So we just got off the ferry. We're now in Ceuta, I think it's called, which is in Africa. So Tegan's 4th continent now. But despite being in Africa, it's still Spain. And when we were on the ferry, we met a nice Moroccan family that took a shine to Tegan, and they bought her this. So that's pretty
sweet.
Nice. Great welcome to the country.
Yeah.
Even though we're not in the country yet.
Wow. That's a lot of people. I don't understand.
So we returned right away at the border. We have to get another kind of ticket. So we're driving back now to get the right ticket. Then we have to come back to the border.
That's one way to bring a car in.
Okay, so we are now officially in Morocco. It was pretty crazy getting through the border. When we got off of the ferry, there was a guy who approached us and he offered us a good rate to take us all the way to Chefchaouen. Normally the process is you take a taxi to the border, you walk across the border, and then you take another taxi once you're in Morocco to where you're going. This guy got us right as we got off the ferry and said he would take care of the whole process for us. And it's a little bit of an issue to find out where you're supposed to get your passport stamped, so we were fine with that. That way it would have been hassle-free, or so we thought. So we got to the border and it was absolute mayhem. First of all, there were cops hitting people with sticks. Batons. People were shoving each other. People were climbing under fences. They were throwing bags of shoes and whatever else over fences and to bring them into the border. Our taxi driver said they were smugglers. Anyway, we got to the actual border crossing in our taxi, and the taxi driver showed the border guard a ticket. They didn't let us in. He tried rolling down the window to show the guard that we had a baby. I'm not sure why that would make a difference. It didn't. The guy said, too bad, you can't go through. So we turned around and he said that the ticket was the wrong ticket. We have to get another ticket. So we pulled into a parking lot, which was just bumper to bumper, lane after lane after lane of cars. There were hundreds of cars just stopped, and nothing was running, no cars were moving. Everyone was just sitting around outside of their cars. They're obviously waiting there for a very long time. He said it would only take 15 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. We immediately knew that wouldn't have been the case. So we gave him the 15 to 30 minutes and told him, look, just take us to the border, drop us off, we'll pay you for your time, we'll walk across the border on our own. So we drove back to the border, and it was pretty intimidating because, like I said, we had seen cops like beating people and people were shoving, and everything pretty much went kind of straightforward after that. We walked through, we got our passports stamped. It was just maybe one of the craziest border crossings ever. Luckily it didn't end up being too time consuming. When we were first in that parking lot, I was fearing that we would be stuck there for hours. But I trusted my research that we did beforehand and just insisted that he took us to the border, and it took a little bit of nerve to just walk across the border without the guarantee of a taxi, but naturally there were a bunch of taxis on the other side and no problem. We're in our second taxi now. We're on our way to Chefchaouen, hopefully. And yeah, we're in Morocco.
We finished up our road trip to here. It was really windy and Tegan got car sick a bunch. But this is where we're going now. Oh my goodness, how pretty. So we left our Airbnb to try to find some food. Our Airbnb host is right there. He's giving us a tour. And he's going to continue to give us a tour tomorrow morning as well during the day. This place is exquisite. People are so nice, so unbelievably nice. And I'm gonna have to get one of those things before we leave here. This place is amazing. He was telling us that this is like the touristy area around the square. So right now he's gonna show us a place that's less touristy and with delicious food. He said it's second best to his mother's food. So we ordered Moroccan soup harira? Harara? I don't know how to say it. Moroccan soup harira.
Sorry, it's kind of dark in here, it's not really coming on, but
it's just like a billion different flavors all at once. They've got chickpeas, barley it looks like, noodles, and rice. There's a lot of starch. But it's really the broth that makes it. It's so good. So right there is our Airbnb entrance. We're about to walk around for the day. There's a lot of blue and white everywhere. I'm loving these doors. It's all shades of different blue and turquoise and purple mixed with the tile. How cool, Teague. You see all the blue? You're definitely gonna learn the color blue at the end of this trip, right? Look, blue, 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 blue. Another beautiful wall. Door. Cute little old man. We're getting in shape, Tegan. Oh boy, oh boy. Steps and hills and steps. How pretty that is. It's just a wall with ivy growing on it. Windows.
Hey! Here we are on our full day in Chefchaouen. I think I finally have the pronunciation down. So this is kind of like the old square. The Kasbah is right over here, and the Kasbah is like the old castle in the middle of the city. I guess that's what the entire city was at one point, and now of course it's built up all around it. We were told that the town was painted blue because the Jews used to live here and they painted it. Now they don't live here anymore. Apparently most of the Jewish population in Morocco now lives in Fez. We're headed to Fez next after here, but the town still remains mostly blue. Although I guess not totally blue the way all the pictures make it look. We were also told that only up until 2 years ago the Chinese weren't allowed to visit Morocco because of some government bureaucracy, but now it's open to Chinese tourism and they're here in droves. They travel a lot. Right here is a Chinese restaurant, and apparently they bought this restaurant for 100,000 euros, and now there's a Chinese restaurant here and there are Chinese owned hotels, so they always travel together in tour groups.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of them right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of weird to think that up until 2 years ago there were no Chinese here.
Right. There's a really pretty girl right there, and pretty much just a bra. Which, I mean, she looks great, but
it's a conservative Muslim place.
Yeah,
You're not really supposed to show them that much skin.
All right, we're about to enter the Kasbah. In 1471, this Kasbah was built by Musi Al-Ben Musa, who's also the founder of Chefchaouen. So we're about to enter now.
We're now inside the Kasbah. It's pretty nice inside. Got a little tropical feel.
Yeah, it does.
Despite it being a little chilly.
Teak does like it. Rock the Kasbah, rock the Kasbah.
I've heard this every 10 minutes since we've been in Morocco, and Kristen realized there were Kasbahs here.
That's exactly what I envisioned Morocco to look like. All sorts of colors, tile work, archways. Beautiful. You happy, baby doll? You're the happiest baby in the world. People always ask how it is traveling with a baby. In fact, we were asked just yesterday. It's pretty common to be asked that. Anyways, I think because of our daughter specifically, it's a lot easier because she's just a happy little girl. If she was a miserable or colicky baby, we wouldn't be able to do this. Right, Jess?
Right.
So it's because of Tegan's personality that we're able to do it.
So this here's the Old Town Square. Everything's starting to get more blue looking as we're walking through the Old Town. It looks really nice. Our tour guide said that they used to store all the town's garbage in this square, and of course you could imagine it wasn't very nice then, but things have changed and now they don't do that, luckily enough, because it's a really nice looking square.
Yeah, it is. I think we discovered Tegan's favorite color. Okay. How pretty.
So what was your favorite country that you went to? Thailand?
You like that? How pretty that is. These are the different paint colors. And notice that the biggest one there is
because
the
I'm
blue.
gonna give like 2 to my 2 friends. I want them to just have the same.
So this is one of the most famous streets in Chefchaouen. Or I guess it's a stairway, whatever you call it. It's very
It is beautiful blue. Just keeps getting prettier and prettier. There's no way around it.
a lot of vertical pictures here. It's because it's narrow and tall.
Yep. Lamps. That's pretty. What do you think, T? Again, another little alleyway. We set up shops, selling leather, dye, spices, and tourist mugs and magnets. A little bit of everything. Really did not expect to see an ostrich here. Just walking around. Justin pointed out, I missed it. He also pointed out the peacocks right there too.
First I pointed out the peacocks and it was like, oh wow, those are random. And then it was like, oh wow, that's more random.
No, in Abu Dhabi, California, because in Europe it was music.
Yeah.
And we were sitting here like me and the girl, like drinking, and there's people tubing.
Oh, okay.
The platter, I think.
Justin and our Airbnb host have a lot in common. This is our view from the terrace that we're gonna eat dinner at. Not too shabby. Tegan, you got your bread? Yeah, we love our bread.
So we had dinner and then we took a little rest at the room to let Tegan kind of crawl around. Now we're back out at night. It's kind of our last venture into the city before we leave tomorrow for Fez. A little bit of a different look at night. A lot of the blue kind of glows in the rain, and it kind of looks a little purplish. And it is raining, by the way, so a lot of the shops are kind of covered up. It's probably less busy than it would normally be. Not to mention it's low season. Surprised to hear that it was low season already, because there are still a lot of tourists here, but apparently they get a lot more throughout the summer.
Tegan likes taxi rides.